So, we're back. Dark Souls, and joining me are people from, people I've worked with in the past, and they have their own channel, Untitled Studios, and I'll put a link in the description.
Woohoo!
So, thanks for joining me, Class and Stabby.
Yeah, it's really interesting.
It's just such an honor to be on here.
Yeah. So, neither of you have played Dark Souls?
No.
Well, this will be great, because I'll be able to explain everything. It's old hat to a lot of people. This is some very old footage. I've watched so many different speed runs and challenge runs of the game that it's humiliating. I did actually okay for my first try. I'm not going to spoil by saying how many times I died, because I'm keeping a death counter, which is another popular thing. Stabby,
Really?
you were saying that you shied away from this because it was...
Oh yeah, I'm a filthy casual gamer. Absolutely.
You know, it's funny. The other day, I ordered a pizza, and the guy, you know, has a line of sight with my computer, and he says, "Oh, what game are you playing?" I said, "Well, I'm actually watching a speed run of Dark Souls." He says, "Yeah, you know, I heard of that. I know that game. I tried it. It was too hard. I didn't make it all the way through." And I said, "Yeah, well, yeah, that's why you deliver pizzas. Just don't make mistakes."
Because yeah, there you go.
You know, I gotta study up on that Dark Souls theory. You'll never get a good job.
Yeah.
The irony of that like, because you know, like there used to be the main thing about video games, like what is the main prejudice against people who played gamers, were that they're a bunch of lazy fucks who would never do anything.
Oh, most Fortune 500 CEOs are speedrunners of Dark Souls.
Oh yeah.
I'm prepared to believe that.
You know, it's just you don't have the determination to run a business or. So this is a notorious area in a notorious game. It's called Blighttown.
That sounds pleasant.
And this is I based the slums in on the tree server off of this place.
Oh, okay.
So
People just live under like a stack of sticks, I guess.
Yeah, they.
Or I should say, probably die because apparently there's a large supply of random bad guys.
There were high birth and death rates. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I run up here and just decide I'm going to take this guy on with spells rather than fight him. I have this gigantic axe, but he has a larger club. And like I said, this is my first full playthrough. Wasn't really sure of myself. Was very self-conscious, which is one of the reasons I wear a bag over my head. Oh, but I drop down, and I'm attacking this guy with a gigantic axe.
Yeah.
So what's the like the fight mechanic? How complicated is it? I'm curious. Is it just like button masher or?
No, if you mash buttons, you'll die. Or if you fall down.
Hey,
a giant well.
Look at that.
Yeah.
I know of a couple different strategies like rolling and sword and board, which is what I think you're using now.
Yeah, I'm using axe and board. Shield and one-handed weapon tactics are good. The weapon I'm using now, I had to really upgrade my strength to be able to wield it with one hand, but it was worth it because it hits so hard. But no, if you mash buttons, you'll die. I've seen some people just fail so hard. I mean, everybody struggles at first, but I've seen some people who just can't get out of the berg because they don't lock on, they don't face their enemy, they don't manage their stamina. But it's supposed to somewhat emulate actual swordplay, where you know you have to consider your footwork and poise and so forth. But a lot of the pro players, they just don't lock on and they just roll around everywhere.
Huh. Yeah, that's too complicated for me. I probably wouldn't. Yeah, I don't think I'll ever play it. It's interesting to watch, but like professional sports players, like I'll watch, you know, somebody play baseball occasionally, but I don't really want to play it myself. Too much like real work.
So you said that none of us, I think, watched the Oscars, did we?
No, I watched the opening ceremony.
How was that?
Terrible. It was Neil Patrick Harris singing about how important he and everybody else in the room was. It was a good 7-8 minute song too. But the only good thing about it was about halfway through, Jack Black, his part comes up, and he's his like character for the song is cynical, and he's pointing out everything that's wrong with Hollywood until the main singers tell him to shut up, and he gets off the stage. So that was nice, but
Yeah.
Just knocked it. You know, if they were even, everybody in the room was even capable of understanding their faults, then that may have knocked them down a peg.
I walked by and saw Neil Patrick Harris singing to his shoe. And then I was as far as I got. I was like, nope, done. I walked by the room that the TV was in. I'm like, nope, don't want any of that shit. I'd watch if they lit them all on fire.
That would be fun. Or if, they just put a couple strategic machine gunners around.
Like the final scene in Inglourious Bastards.
Exactly.
Yeah, that would
People
work.
with Tommy guns and bombs strapped to their ankles.
Oh man, it'd be great is if they herded them around and just picked them off at a few at a time, just to make it last. Oh, I'd watch the shit out of that.
I wish the creators of South Park would go back to the Oscars and drop some more acid. Did you guys hear about that? Like
No.
back in 2003, 2004, Trey Parker and Matt Stone went to the Oscars on acid, and they decided that they were going to go both in dresses, because that was like ridiculous enough to where it would cause a fuss, but not ridiculous enough to get kicked out. And then when anyone would ask them about the dresses, they were not allowed to talk about them. They were supposed to act like it was completely normal.
Dude, that was hella close. You guys just about got creamed there.
Yeah.
It's like time to get up this ladder because this fat motherfucker can't climb.
Yeah, I keep going back to the sniper tactics.
That's when I do play games that have any kind of like combat like that. I'm usually like an archer type. Because you just like boost everything up to the top and just fucking kill people from like yards off. At least that's what I do in Skyrim, which is why the closest I've come to this kind of game.
Wouldn't want to get in there and break a nail.
No,
Dude,
God no.
if you want a bunch of people to just throw a fit, go into any Dark Souls stream or on any video and just start comparing it to Skyrim, and you will never hear the end of it.
Really?
If you just feel like trolling.
Are there still like a lot of Dark Souls streams going on?
Oh
like
yeah,
on a regular basis?
It's earned its place as a very popular speedrun and other challenge run game because there's so many people who there's people who are great at the game and are eager to show it.
I am absolutely gonna write this down so I don't forget to troll.
Alright, I think as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to go do that.
I love people who just get too into things like, no, you can't compare it to this, you're an asshole. Shit like that is hilarious.
Yeah.
I do remember trolling some dark streams or Dark Souls streams a while back. I think you, me, and 4D Mike went into one and were just harassing this guy over something. I can't remember what, but he was getting pretty mad. And so we kept going back night after night until he knew me. Then I just left. I don't even know his... No. I wish.
I must not have upgraded this axe at all because it should be doing way more damage.
Yeah. Well, that seems pretty standard tactic, though. You always have to like upgrade shit.
Yeah, in this one, when you choose a weapon, you're really making an investment because you have to use these materials to upgrade it, and it can be expensive.
So you don't have like it's not worth trying to multitask. You can't do like a fighter / archer kind of guy.
No, you
pretty
can.
much,
You can. As a matter of fact, you're completely flexible in how you shape your character and multi-class. The thing is with weapons, though. Most games, most RPGs, you pick a character and then you're restricted to certain weapons. In this one, you pick a weapon and then you build your character around it.
Okay.
Right. So, which is kind of interesting because it's like, okay, like for Skyrim, for example, although I hate to, break my own advice and make the comparison, it's like, you level up one-handed weapons and you're just as good with a sword or an axe, right? Unless there's like specific perks or whatever. But for the most part, games just let you freely switch. And the thing about this is Dark Souls has a variety of different types of weapons and oh, now I got toxic. Anyway, but what was I gonna say? Yeah, you can't switch back and forth between them very effectively without wasting a bunch of stat points. And now, so there's a sniper back there who's shooting little blow darts with toxic covered tips.
So this is pro drugs, right? Obviously.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course.
Any problem that pops up in life, there is a particular drug you can take to deal with it.
Most of the time, it's just pot, though.
All the kids, that's the popular thing, is chewing on moss. And I was so timid in this playthrough, and it helped me in most places. Being cautious helped me, but in this place I just acted like a complete jerk. Trying to get this guy with spells. If I just run up there and axe him, you know, it's done. It's a done deal. But no, I'm gonna waste all my time and see, and you get one of those little darts hits you with my low resistances, and now I'm out of moss. If I had any sense, I would have turned back.
I like that, a little foreshadowing there.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But now I'm thinking maybe if I can get my way up, I can just like run up and quickly kill him.
Like debating on how to sneak at him, essentially.
Kamikaze, the gods are on our side.
Allah Akbar.
Oh, did you guys both see that that video that I sent of the Toy Story Jihad?
No.
Basically, what it is okay. There's a scene in Toy Story 3 where Buzz is flying at this open truck with Woody, and they fly over the truck, and Woody says, "Buzz, we missed the truck." So what these guys did was they right after that scene, they cut in the plane crashing into the North Tower on 9/11. It's like, "Buzz, we missed the truck." Boom. And then some Arabic music to go along with that.
I saw this one person a long time ago. He had his user icon picture, his profile pic, was the two towers with bursts of flame on the side, and there were ghasts from Minecraft flying around throwing fireballs.
Huh.
Yeah, that's one way to have absolutely no friends on social media.
Well,
or lots of them.
I mean, it depends. On Twitter, everybody I follow just about is a troll account. Yeah. I just follow amusing trolls. And this one guy's his post for the day is, "I consider not being racist a mental illness."
That's interesting. That's what I think about things like asexuality.
Now, I'm using purple moss to try to cure toxic, but it just doesn't work.
Just like, fucking eat something. Try this. Try that.
And I'm like, "You, help me, Welsh guy. Come on. I'm dying. Do something." But he doesn't sell the blooming... Oh, so I just die, is bled out, so to speak. And I still had half of what is left. You see that little urine-colored meter in the middle?
Yeah, I was looking at that. I'm like, there's no way you're going to make it. I knew that was coming. That's sort of like those movies where they strap like the fucking thing around the guy's neck. Like, there's a bunch of them, so I'm not going to say a specific one. But there's always like a bomb or a knife or something that's going to cut the guy's head off. And they're like, "Here's the timer for your life." Like, yeah, it's all coming to an end. What was it? I saw a great conversation, I guess you could call it, between a local Seattle news reporter type guy. Like, he's like either a producer or like he works in the background, and then he also does some of the in-person stuff. Because I guess in the smaller local stations, you have to actually work on the news. And he was talking to somebody from the internet, and they were discussing a news piece that I guess was posted about some social justice warrior who got swatted.
Swatted?
You haven't heard of swatting?
It's it's when you call SWAT teams in on somebody's house.
Yeah. Yeah, it's essentially somebody doesn't like you, so they call a SWAT team into your house. There's like certain things, I guess, that if you say to the police, they'll send out SWAT.
Huh.
Like I heard a hostage in the house or something like that. That kind of bullshit.
How the hell would you know that? Sir, how are you? Oh, I have a parabolic microphone, and I was just listening to my neighbor's house.
Well, and the real big downside is the police don't prosecute the original callers for making false reports.
That seems like a bad system on many levels.
Well, I mean, I guess their thought is we don't want to discourage people from filing, or, letting us know if there's a problem, even if they might be wrong. But like these people are blatantly abusing the system. But anyway, somebody, I guess, or some group off of some ridiculous forum swatted this social justice warrior, and all the report had to talk about was Gamergate.
What?
Well, and that's the thing. They were claiming that Gamergate had basically swatted this person because of his anti-Gamergate views.
Even though they found all those, Vietnamese hostages and the freaking human trafficking.
No, it was just some loser fucking in his house in his computer. But the interesting thing was all the evidence they used to support it had nothing to do with Gamergate at all. It was just some forum where they were like, "This guy's a social justice warrior. Oh, I fucking hate them. We should do something to him. Let's swat him." And then they did. It was
So
really
what
fun.
was the accusation? What was?
They just didn't like the guy because he was a social justice.
No. I mean,
No,
the SWAT
news
team.
reporter.
How did they get the SWAT team in? Did they just tell the SWAT,
we never
"Hey
covered
guys, this guy's a real asshole. It'd be really funny."
I don't know how they do it. I honestly don't. I assume that they tell them there's some sort of hostage situation. Because I think that's the only thing I can think of that would likely get a SWAT team.
If I didn't get shot, I think that having a SWAT team bust in right now as I'm recording, that'd be a great day. I mean, that's a story to tell.
Oh, it would be... Yeah, I mean...
It's like, yeah, he had his heckler and cock right in my... Well, that sounds kind of gay. Heckler and cock right in your face.
Yeah, it depends on the SWAT team, though, because, some police are just way over the top. Like, they'll be in there, like, stepping on your fucking neck, whether you're resisting arrest or not. You know what I mean? Like,
they're just waiting for a chance to shoot some innocent guy.
Well, as long as you're white, you should be okay.
Oh, yeah.
It's just the second you're just a little off-white, then they're like, "Oh, hey, let's
He's
I
more
carry
of
this
an
extra gun in my
eggshell white.
sock
Let's shoot
just in
his
case."
ass.
We'll shoot him. I'll drop my my spare gun, and we're all set.
Sprinkle some
We're all
crack
for
on.
barbecue.
Yeah.
Sprinkle some crack on him. Wasn't that guy a doctor? Who fucking cares? No one will believe it. But it was really interesting to watch like this news guy literally over and over and over try to determine a motive of a group of people he'd never talked to, and claim that it was all because of Gamergate.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that was never mentioned in the thread that resulted in the guy getting swatted. Because he was just clinging to it. It's like, well, if it wasn't for his anti-Gamergate views...
Yeah.
Oh, yes. He just popped out of the womb and said nothing but, spouted nothing but social justice.
Yeah, well, and that's the other two guys that were on there. Like, one guy was just on there to host it, but he even came in and he was like, people don't like social justice warriors for a variety of reasons. It doesn't have to be this one specific thing.
Yeah. Well,
And he just would
don't
not,
like being
listen to
preached
it.
at. They don't like self-righteousness. And
Yeah, that was
but,
the main thing.
it can't be that easy to call in a fucking SWAT team on somebody. I mean, it's like back in the day, you just ordered someone a pizza that they didn't fucking order. It's like I can just imagine you like coordinating those two things. It's like you hit them with you hit them really light with some light pranks, and just like you call and hang up, and you get some pizzas delivered to his house, and this and that, and then he's like, "Man, what a day I'm having!" And then like a tear gas canister crackles through his fucking window, and he's.
What they used to do to Anita 1.0, what was the name? Jack Thompson. It was because that was back in the day when you could have boxes ordered to somebody's house for free. So they just ordered millions and millions of boxes to that guy's house.
Yeah, he was the one who said that video games caused violence. Like, he was the precursor to. And well, let's be fair. It's not Anita Sarkeesian. She's just a puppet.
No,
it's all John McIntosh. Or is it Josh McIntosh? I can never remember his name because I don't.
Let's keep getting his name wrong.
Maybe we'll draw his ire and this this video will get like 1 million views.
Oh, I wish.
But yeah, she's just a puppet anyway. Like, it doesn't really matter what she does. It's all that dude talking.
It's one thing for people to have similar rhetoric, but it's she says verbatim the things